Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have another video, and this one is going to be discussing funded accounts. So as you guys saw from my previous video, I sort of blew up my entire life account. So basically £279 went down the drain. We basically gambled it all on news. We tried to get on the 1 minute time frame, tried to make money as quickly as possible, and as you guys know from our previous video, that didn't work out. So we thought to ourselves, we don't want to trade a demo account because a demo account doesn't really provide the same emotions, the same psychology as a live account, as you guys probably know. So yeah, this video is going to be sharing with you guys my funded account, who I opened up my funded account with, how's it going, what are the challenges that I'm facing, and what is the next step from, once I've managed to pass the funded account. So yeah guys, stay tuned, and as always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, a follow, and leave a comment down below. I also want to take my time, give everybody a thank you, very appreciative. On my previous video I had loads of tips, loads of comments from people saying how to trade properly, how to manage risk, and how to prevent blowing up your account. So yeah, thank you very much guys for all the tips, for all the feedback, and if you guys want to do the same, it is my first time trading a funded account, so if you guys have any tips, by all means leave it on the comments down below. I always read them, I read all of them. So yeah guys, thank you very much, and welcome to the Mastermind Trader. So the first thing you guys are probably wondering is, who did I open my funded account with? Now it depends on where you're located and where you live, but as I am based in the UK, there are actually quite a few prop firms that you can pick from, and it is kind of hard to choose. So the most logical thing that I did was, firstly, pick the one that is the cheapest, secondly, pick the one that has good reviews. In the end, I went with a prop firm called Lux Trading Firm, and they are basically based in London, so it is quite easy to get in contact with them. But I want to make something clear, and that is, I am not sponsored by them and I am not promoting them. It's just me sharing my experience and sharing who I went with. Next thing is, what account did I open? So I opened a $50,000 funded account, and I had to pay £299 as a fee in order to be able to open that account. And with that account you can trade all sorts of things. You can trade crypto, you can trade futures, you can trade forex, commodities, indices, whatever you like. Now with this funded account, there are 2 profit targets that you need to hit before you move on to the next stage. So the first target is a $3,000 target. So basically you have to get from 50k to 53k, and then the second target is basically you have to trade for 29 days, and once you do both of them, you move from what they like to call the evaluation stage to the advanced stage. And essentially, once you move from one stage to the other, they will give you half of your deposit back. So not all of it, just half. And then once you complete the advanced stage, they will give you your full deposit back, so your other half. I'm currently sitting on the evaluation stage and I haven't managed to pass it yet, but I'll tell you that in a bit. Next thing is the rules that you need to follow. So there are actually quite a few rules that you need to follow in this funded account. Some of them are kind of weird, some of them I kind of understand. Basic trading rule, so every trade that you open must have a stop loss. There are also other rules, like for instance, once you open a trade and you place a stop loss, your stop loss cannot be changed until 30 seconds have passed, which I find kind of weird. Why would that be a rule? Then another rule is, for instance, if you trade news, which I don't anymore. I have learned that from my live account. I am no longer trading news. But if you do like to trade news, then you can trade news events, but when you place a trade, your stop loss cannot be moved 30 seconds before or after the news event scans out, which again, I don't know why they have this 30-second rule, but yeah, kind of weird. But yeah guys, that's basically who I went with, Lux Trading Firm. And now you probably want to know how it's going. So the big question is, how has it been going so far? Well, let me show you. It's on the screen there and I'm sharing it with you. You'll be happy to hear that I've actually traded 23 days out of the 29 days required, and I've hit $2,500 out of the $3,000 required. So just over 80% of the way there. Not doing bad by my standards, but let me show you my account analysis, and then you guys can let me know if I have the potential of becoming a profitable trader. As you can see, I actually tend to lean towards going long rather than short, and my win rate is only 40%, which means that out of 10 trades that I open, only 4 of them I close in profit and 6 of them I close in a loss. So there you go, win rate is 38.2%, so just a little bit below 40%. My loss is 61.8%. However, the reason why I think I've been profitable is that my wins are actually bigger than my losses. As you can see here, right, my profit is 60%, whereas my loss is 39.4%. So yeah, I've actually managed to be profitable so far on this funded account, which is good news. I would like to think. But let's see what we like to trade. So as you can tell, we like to trade mostly gold. That makes up over 50% of our trades, and close in second is silver. So just 39% of our trades were in silver, and we also have a few forex pairs that we trade. Now, I am mostly a commodity trader. Ever since I've started trading, gold was one of the first things that I traded, and one of the first things that I just sort of fell in love with it. And I know that most beginner traders who start trading, gold is one of the favorite things that they like to trade as well. Now, I'm going to show you 3 graphs, and these 3 graphs are basically going to be showing you how I've been trading. Let's get into the first one. So the first one is looking at the lots per trade. Now, in terms of lot sizes, I like to keep mine relatively the same. So if it's usually the beginning of the day and I've just started to trade, then I like to open my first trades with 0.1 lots. However, if I lose the trade, then that's when it gets interesting, right? Because in the next trade that I open, I'm thinking, well, let me open with a bigger lot size just to be able to make that money back and some. Maybe I need to re-evaluate that and reconsider opening every trade with the same lot size so as to keep my risk relatively the same. I don't know what you guys think about that. So the next graph I have is how many trades I place. As you can see, these spikes here, right? For the past, I don't know, maybe 10 trades, rather than opening 2 or 3, I've actually opened around 6, which isn't too good. I think that I probably need to dial that down and only open 2 or 3 times. But yeah, that's definitely something I need to work on. And then the last graph that I want to show you guys is the risks I am taking per trade. As you can see, my risk is all over the place. Sometimes I'm taking huge risks, sometimes I'm taking no risk or very little risk, and as you can see, sometimes I like to play it safe, whereas other times I am over risking. Let me know in the comments if this is what you would expect from a profitable trader. Do they always keep the risk the same constantly at all times, or does it vary depending on the market conditions or whether news is coming out or anything like that? I'm not quite sure in that regard, but if you guys want to let me know. In terms of my funded account, that's where I currently stand with it. And honestly, the biggest challenge that I am facing is keeping my risk steady and only really risking the same percentage. Other than that, my psychology hasn't really taken a hit. I haven't really been stressed when I trade. It's been sort of an enjoyable experience because it's not really my own money that I'm losing when I do lose a trade. So I haven't really been emotional about my losing trades. But as always, it's that idea from transitioning from a funded account to a real account where it makes me a bit nervous. So if any of you are professional traders, institutional traders, then please give me some tips, leave it in the comments and feel to share them with us. I would really be very appreciative. So what are my plans once I complete both stages? Well, firstly, I am planning on passing the evaluation stage and moving on to the advanced stage, hopefully getting half of my deposit back. Now, with this trading firm, so once you pass both stages, they usually reach out to you and invite you to become one of their traders. And then you can get to trade with real money, and you get a risk manager, and you also get a profit share. So you get 75% of a profit split. They get 25, you get 75, which isn't too bad. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that is what I plan on becoming, hopefully a funded trader. Now, on the flip side, if for some reason I do not manage to pass the funded account and I actually go on a drawdown, then I am hoping to open an account with a different prop firm, and this one is going to be FTMO. I've heard from a lot of the traders, from a lot of the people that joined the live stream, saying to me that they have a funded account with FTMO and that they are very good. So if this one flips upside down and I do not manage to become a funded trader, then I am definitely looking at FTMO as another avenue into becoming a funded trader. Again, boys, if you have any suggestions or any feedback, then by all means leave it on the comments down below. I'll always love to hear your thoughts. But that is it from me now. It's been an absolute pleasure having all of you here for this journey. And as always, happy trading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe.